when people use the word perimeter in everyday language, they're talking about the boundary of some area. And when we talk about perimeter in math, we're talking about a related idea. But now we're not just talking about the boundary, we're actually talking about the length of the boundary. How far do you have to go around the boundary to essentially go completely around the figure, completely go around the area. So let's look at this first triangle right over here. It has three sides, that's why it's a triangle. So what's its perimeter? Well, here all the sides are the same. So the perimeter for this triangle is going to be 4 plus 4 plus 4, and whatever units this is. This is 4 feet, 4 feet, 4 feet. It'll be 4 feet plus 4 feet plus 4 feet is equal to 12 feet. Now I encourage you to now pause the video and figure out the perimeter.
We'll pause it, because he wants to stop it for just a minute and see if we can figure out the perimeter of these shapes. And then he's going to go through and explain it to us. So let's pretend like these are all feet, okay? What do you think? Perimeter, he said, was all the way around a shape. This one says 3 by 3 by 5 by 5. Raise your hand, what do you think that is for the perimeter?
5 plus 5.
We've got a 5 and a 5. What do you think, George? 5 and 5 is 10, and 3 and 3 is 6, so 10 and 6 is 16. Let's look at this one.
That's a 5 and a 5. I thought they were all 3.
Well, now, is it a square or is it a rectangle?
Square.
It's a rectangle, right? So a rectangle doesn't have sides that are all the same, right? So it has to have two sides that are longer than the other two sides. This one can't be a square. Because a square would have to be 3 by 3 by 3 by 3. All 4 sides would have to be the same, right?
Yeah.
Let's look at this. These are 2's around the outside edge. What would the perimeter be of a pentagon? 10? Sorry, how did you do that?
I did it, so, like, 4 plus
4 plus 4 was, or 2 plus 2 was 4, 4 plus 4 was 8. Could you count by 2's?
Yeah.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10? Yeah. Look at this one. This one's not really a specific shape, just a quadrilateral. Or not a quadrilateral, yeah. Okay, this one says 4, 6, 1. Does that say 4? 4, 2, 2. How can we figure that one out?
Oh, got 18.
Gonna add the sides up, right?
18.
Let's see. We got a 6. How many 4's do we have?
2.
I'm gonna go ahead and add those together. Get an 8.
Oh, those are 4.
2 4's right there.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
got 2 and 2 and 1 down there.
4.
Another 4. Or we could have put a 5. We could have put a 1. Add them up. What do we get?
6.
19.
I thought it was 18.
6 and 4 is 10, right? 8 is 18 plus 1 is 19.
Yep.
Okay, let's see if we got it right.
Perimeters of these three figures. Well, it's the exact same idea. We would just add the lengths of the sides. So let's say that these distances, let's say they're in meters. So let's say that this is 3 meters.
We went
This
with
is
feet,
also
but
3
he's going
meters. There's a
straight down
rectangle here,
this.
so this is 5 meters. This
Wait,
is also
measure.
5 meters. So what is the perimeter of this rectangle going to be? What is the distance around the rectangle that bounds this area? Well, it's going to be 3 plus 5 plus 3 plus 5, which is equal to, let's see, that's 3 plus 3 is 6, plus 5 plus 5 is 10. So that is equal to 16. And if we're saying these are all in meters, then it's going to be 16 meters. Now what about this pentagon? Let's say that each of these sides are 2, and I'll make up a unit here. Let's say there are 2 GNUs. 2 GNUs. That's a new unit of distance that I have just invented. 2 GNUs. 2 GNUs. So what is the perimeter of this pentagon in GNUs? Well, it's 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 GNUs. Or we're essentially taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 GNUs. Five sides, each have a length of 2 GNUs. So the perimeter here, we could add 2 repeatedly 5 times, or you could just say this is 5 times 2 GNUs, which is equal to 10 GNUs, where a GNU is a completely made up unit of length that I just made up. Here we have a more irregular polygon, but same exact idea. How would you figure out its perimeter? Well, you just add up the lengths of its sides. And here I'll just do it unit. I'll just assume that this is some generic units. And here the perimeter will be 1 plus 4 plus 2 plus 2. Scroll over to the right a little bit. Plus 4 plus 6. So what is this going to be equal to? 1 plus 4 is 5. Plus 2 is 7. Plus 2 is 9. Plus 4 is 13. Plus 6 is 19. So this
We got
figure
it
has
right,
a
didn't we?
perimeter of 19, and whatever units these distances are actually given.
Alright. So perimeter is what? Somebody describe perimeter to me.
I know.
What do you think?
It's the area around something.
It's not the area,
It's the full.
it's the measurement around a shape, right? Or it could be the measurement around anything. These books. Raquel, come here. Riley. We're gonna look at perimeter in the glossary. The glossary is in the front or the back of the book? Where?
Back.
The back of the book. Good. Grace. And the glossary is in alphabetical order, correct? Enough for everybody? So somebody look in the glossary and find perimeter. Did you find it? That's the index. Find the glossary. The glossary should have definitions for you. I'm gonna grab my book back here.
What page?
Well, you gotta figure it out. The glossary's in the back. We're looking for perimeter.
I don't know if this is the glossary.
Glossary looks like it's yellow pages to me in the back. Yeah, you're on it. Got it?
Yellow and black.
Hold on, we're gonna wait till everybody else finds it.
Wait, is it yellow and black?
Yes. They're
Okay.
in alphabetical order, so look for the P's for perimeter.
They look like the glossary.
To help you out, it's on page 460 in the glossary.
Really?
Perimeter.
No, oh, I passed it. I'm so dumb. We're 442.
Well, this is the A's. We're looking for perimeter though, right? So you gotta go to the P's.
There was six, one, two, and
Lily.
I figured out the perimeter of that thing, of that triangle.
Can you read perimeter? Okay, Lily's gonna read perimeter for us.
It says a distance around a figure, the perimeter is the figure of 5 inches.
Okay, so this figure in your book is a triangle, correct?
Yeah.
This page right here. Perimeter. It says it's the distance around a figure. So all the way around. It's like a fence around something. The outline of it. So the distance around this figure is, it says 5 inches. Did you guys find it?
Yeah. I'm gonna look at that.
Page 460. Here, perimeter. Alright, and it tells us page 348 is some pages that has some more information. So everybody turn to page 348 in this book.
348.
Uh-huh. Did you see it right there beside the definition? Has page numbers for us. Page 348. Where are you looking? This actually talks about perimeter, area, and volume. We're just going to talk about perimeter right now, okay? Perimeter is just for today. 348. Grace, read us the definition of perimeter, please.
The distance around a figure is called the perimeter. To find the perimeter of any figure, you can add the lengths of its sides.
Which is what we did on the video, right? We just added up the lengths of the sides. Alright, I'm going to read the next part, the little bubble there. It says, did you know that 2 Greek words join together to form the word perimeter? Peri means around. Metron means measure. An easy way to remember what perimeter means is to look for the rim in perimeter. So if you look at a cup, the rim of it is all the way around it, right? So perimeter It's not what's inside, it's all the way around. Quickly. Alright, perimeter of polygons. Down there at the bottom of page 348. This gives us an example. What is the perimeter of the park? It says to find the perimeter of the triangle, add the 3 lengths of the 3 sides. So one length of that park is what? Levi? It's got 3 sides. What's one length? What? 400? 400 what? Feet? 400 inches? What is it? You know what M stands for? Meters. Good job. 400 meters. What's another length?
950.
950 is not one of our lengths.
That's the answer.
That's the answer, but I didn't ask you their answer. I asked you for one of the lengths. So what's one of the lengths? 250. What's another one? 300? Yeah. So all together, we're going to add those all together. And Trevor, now you can tell me, what did you get? 950. 950 what?
950 meters.
950 meters. Okay. Alright, let's go to the next page. Perimeter of rectangles. Example. Let's read that example for me. You want to read? Go ahead.
Jasmine decided to sew red trim around the edge of a rectangle quilt she's making. How many feet of trim does she need to go around the quilt?
Okay, so this isn't the fence this time. It's not anything around a park. This is, she's making a quilt, and she wants to put the trim around the outside edge of it, right? So it says the quilt is a 6 feet by 7 feet quilt. How come it only gives us 2 measurements? How are we gonna figure out the other 2? Grace?
Because it gives you 2, so in like 6 feet, the other side, right across from it, it is same length, so it'd be 6 feet, 7 feet, right across from it, same length.
Right, because a rectangle has 2 sides of the same length, and the other 2 sides are the same length, right? So if we have a 6 by 7, we know that it's 6, 7, 6, 7 all the way around it, right? So what's the total length, Grace? 26 feet. Another way you could have done that, you could have multiplied. You could have said 6 times 2, because there's 2 sides that are 6 feet, would be 12. Or you could do 7 times 2, 14, and then add those together, right? So you wouldn't have to add them all together. You could do a little bit of multiplication if you wanted to. All right, let's put that one away. Close your books. Just leave them on your desk. We're going to use them here in just a minute. Now, up there, he made up the word GNUs, right? We're going to use toothpicks to measure something.
I can't use toothpicks
What?
because they
Don't want
always get stuck in my tongue.
Okay, well, be very careful, okay?
Whenever I touch one, they get stuck in my tongue.
These aren't very sharp, so it won't hurt you too bad, I bet. Give you guys some toothpicks.
Well, on the side.
Try not to too crazy with them.
These
It is
ones
less
are
toothpicks, but we got
on the
we might
sides of
make sure.
toothpicks, they get stuck in my thumb.
All right, so we're gonna measure. The first thing we're gonna measure is your book that we just looked through.
First thing we're gonna measure is
This yellow math to notebook. Use your toothpicks and figure out the perimeter of your book. I didn't give you guys any hand today. Let's try. Measure the perimeter. And we're going to try to do it just as close as we can. And hopefully there won't be any halves of your toothpicks. So this book right here, Trevor. Measure the perimeter of it. Use that yellow book, the math notebook, and measure the perimeter.
That's 3. So this side will be 3, right, Aaron? This side 3, that side will be 3.
Okay, so that's some toothpicks. So how you gonna measure the perimeter of this?
How big?
Yeah.
I'm trying. It depends how much. How big mine is. No.
All the way around it. Did we got one side yet? What'd you get?
I got 14.
14 on one side or 14?
Like all together.
You did it all the way around already? What's one side? How many toothpicks was it?
On this side, it was 6.
6 on that side. So if there's 6 on that one side, the other side has to be 6 as well. So we've got 12 so far. Did anybody measure the top edge yet? What bottom edge? You didn't get 6, what'd you get?
I got 6. You did too.
Oh.
I got 4.
We got a difference here.
Me too.
I think it is 4. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4
I
on one
need
side.
4.
You meant 4?
Yeah.
4 on one side, so this side has to be 4 as well.
And 3 on this.
Top side and bottom side is what?
3. Top side and bottom side is there.
Okay, so what did we come up with? We have 3, 3, 4, 4.
Yeah.
Could we add all those together?
We can times them.
We could times them, so we could say what would
4
we do?
times 4 is 16 plus
4 times 2, you mean?
Yeah, it's
Because there's 2 of them, which means 4 times 2 is
8.
8. 3 times 2.
Is 6.
6. 8 plus 6 is what? 14. So our math to notebook is 14 meters. Toothpicks. 14 toothpicks around the perimeter. Oh, I wouldn't use the toothpicks, no. I don't know if Mr. Uphouse used them for another project or not, so.
Yeah, we use
I
them
would
for
not.
art, so I would not put them in your mouth.
Yeah, no. What's something else we can measure? Something small that would be on your desk. What can we measure with toothpicks? Now remember, we don't want to measure anything huge because they take a lot of toothpicks. You can measure a book. You can measure your iPad. Let's measure your iPads because everybody has them on their desk, don't they? They don't have them?
I do. I have like this.
You can measure. How about, yeah, let's do your pencil boxes. Everybody's got a pencil box, right?
But they all might not be the same size.
They're all,
I think they're all the same.
they're all the same.
Perimeter has to be all the way around. Look, if you have your pencil box.
I was gonna use this. No. Why do you have your buffalo box? Not if Mrs. Stover anymore. You cheat at home? Yeah. You cheat on your phone?
They got anything yet?
No.
Trevor, what do you have on that
Oh,
side?
I got 3 on this side. We got 1.5 right
One
here.
side, 1.5. Let's round up. So instead of 1.5, let's call it.
Wait, 1.5 plus 1.5 is 3.
All right, we'll do it. We'll do it this time. Everybody says one of the sides was 1.5. I'm gonna put 1.5 because he told me that was an easy one. 1 plus 1.5 plus 1.5 is what, Levi? Is 3. So 2 of our sides add up to 3. What'd you get?
I got 2 on this side, 2 on this.
What's this side? 3. So how many 3s should we have?
2.
2 3s. So 3 plus 3
6.
equals 6. So all together we have what?
9.
9. Not meters. Toothpicks. We gotta label toothpicks. We gotta label our links. Yes. TOOTH. Yes. All right. Let's look up here. I'm gonna draw a shape. Each one of these squares is gonna represent 1 foot. Okay. I'm gonna draw a shape, and then I might have somebody else come up and draw a shape too.
You can like hit. You can hit this instead of top of.
Oh, okay. So I can do this. Now, if this is a fence around my backyard,
Are those yards?
how much fencing do I need to go around my backyard? These are feet. We're gonna call these squares 1 foot. Oh, that's gonna be. Okay, each square equals 1 foot.
6.
Okay. 6 what?
6 feet.
Where's 6 feet? Come show me.
6.
Where are you getting a 6 from?
Or 7.
Let's count.
Or 8. Or 6.
6, so we need to write 6 feet right here.
I know.
6. Okay, we can use that.
The whole thing is
I'm gonna label it with the feet, okay? Now, this is a square or rectangle?
square.
It's a square, so do we need to count all the sides?
No, 6.
Because a square right? Okay, so we know that this one's gonna be 6 feet. This one's gonna be 6 feet. This one's gonna be 6 feet.
I have to make this.
Okay, Logan, look up here. Can you tell me what my total distance around my perimeter is, Logan?
I thought
How would I do this?
first. Can you
Paul, help me out.
6 plus 6.
6 plus 6 is what?
12.
6 plus 6 is 12.
Then 6 plus 6 again.
And then 6 plus 6 again? So what's my total perimeter?
12 plus 12 equals 24.
24. How else could I have figured that out? Instead of adding and adding and adding,
Times it.
what would I times? Could do 12 times 2.
That does not make 2 12.
Or we could say, what do you think, Riley?
We could do 6 times 4.
Let's do 6 times 4. Because each side's 6 and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. So 6 times 4 is 24, and we're going to label it with feet. Okay? Alright. Anyway, come show me how to erase on this.
There's a couple on my shoulder.
Yes, you. Come here. Clear object thing. Like that. I want you to draw us a shape. Staying on the lines. Any shape. Hold on, he's going to erase this first. Oh, what'd you do?
Trying to grab my book, but it's not. I can't even grab this book.
How do I clear the page, Mr. Uphoff? Okay. Alright, draw us a shape. Make sure you stay on the lines. It doesn't have to be a rectangle or a square, but you do have to stay on the lines. We gotta figure out the perimeter of whatever shape you're gonna draw.
Wait, does it have to have 9 seconds? Or
It's gotta stay on the lines. So I don't want you to go diagonal. Whoop. This way. Gotta stay on the lines. That'll work. We can do that. Let's find the perimeter of this.
Oh my god.
We can do that. Paul, come here. Come here and write one of the sides. Pick one side you want to label.
Yeah, I got it.
Alright, he says this side from here to here is 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You got it. Give the pen to somebody else. Oh, he's labeling. Good job, Paul. 7 feet. Alright, pick a side. Okay, do we agree with him? Let's see. 7 feet. Give the pen to somebody else.
This one is not normal paper. You can put it in express food. No, wait. You did not.
If you're counting this side right here, then you're right. You're right. 3 what? Feet. FT is feet. Okay, Benton asked me if he should count this up here for this side. What do you guys think? No, this is just one side of it. Get the little one. 1 foot. Somebody else, please. Okay, so where does this one go? Is this for this side? Where's it for? So is it for right here? Or is it for right here? Okay, so this 1 foot she's saying goes right to that one. Now we need to hit this one. What would this one be? Because if you look, let me see if I can switch it over. Here's 1 foot, and here's 1 foot, right? Let's stick a 2 there, since it's so small, we're gonna say this is actually 2 feet. We'll just add the 2 ones together, okay? Okay, give the mark for someone else. There's one more, see if you can find it.
You guys already been.
Oh, give somebody else then. Levi's been helping a lot today. Here's the last piece that needs measured. We got all the big ones. We said this was 3 feet. We've got 7 feet. We've got 1 foot, 5 feet, 7 feet. There's one more little bitty spot.
I figured it out.
Shapes like this are kind of tricky.
I know
Hold on, give her a second to look.
Preston knows. I know where it is. Preston got to blow up. I'm going to blow out my seat like a rocket.
Did you do that?
He's 12 months student.
It's your mark. Just a minute. Okay. So wait. Okay, so right here is how much? That little bitty short spot. What do you think it was? Is it 1? 1 foot right there. It's kind of hard to read on there, isn't it? Make it bigger. Okay. I think we have all the sides added up now. Let's write it down. We gotta go all the way around. So we're gonna start with this big top side, okay? We got 7 feet.
Times 7 plus 7.
Should we do 7 times 7?
No. 7 times 14.
7 times 2, so we're gonna say
14.
7, or let's just stick another 7 there for now. We can do it another way.
49.
7 times 7 is 49. Are we timesing?
Yeah.
Are we adding? We gotta add up all the sides. What's this side?
5
5. 1 and another 1 right here.
2.
Let's just make it a 2.
2. Another 2.
We did this side.
3.
On this side.
3.
3.
And another
And
2.
then here was, we said 2. What do you get?
I got it.
Hold on, let's see if anybody else can get it.
Oh, I know.
Riley?
26.
26. Let's see, we've got 7 7 is 14. Plus 5 is 19. 21.
24.
24.
26.
26. 26 what?
26.
26 feet. Okay. That one was a little bit harder, wasn't it? You have to make sure you go all the way around and not forget any of those little spots. Hold on just a second. I want to measure the floor tiles around Mr. Ophuff's desk.
Feet. Oh, wait, what? Oh, we got feet or a pop?
Let's look around his desk.
Wait, there's a bunch
We're going to count the bookshelves too.
Wait, it's a bunch of halves. Can we switch that over there?
Well, let's think about this. If we're going to put a fence around it, does it have to be, let's use this line. See where my foot's going? All right, you have 7 on that side.
Yep.
What did you get on that side? Stop right there. Remember 7. What'd you get?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Let's see. We went to this spot.
Oh,
Right, 1,
yeah.
2,
5.
3, 4, 5. Should we go on to this one so we don't cut off part of his desk? 6. So what did you say yours was?
7.
7. And yours was? So
6 and 6. 6 and 6
6 and 6 is what?
6 and 6 is 12, and then 7 and 7 14, so 14 plus 12. Just 20.
Did you hear what they did? They're doing all kinds of math for that. They said 6 and 6 was 12.
26.
7 and 7 was, what'd you say? 14.
26. 26.
26. Good job. Alright. What? I wanna go somewhere. I wanna measure something big.
Outside.
I wanna go outside. Oh, somebody wrote in their journal this morning, somebody wanted to do math outside. Yay.
I need to.
We're gonna go outside and I wanna measure. Now you're gonna have to calm down, not be wild out there. We're gonna measure the basketball court. Where you play kickball? So, you have to go all the way. I would love to measure around the fence that you guys run, but that would take us a while. I'm not sure how long that is.